G'day guys, this is Adam Kogan from SSW TV, and I am here interviewing Kylie Hunt about love in the workplace. And I've just been interviewing her husband, Troy, about Azure and scaling Azure sites, but we've taken a completely different tact, and I've never done an interview on love or appreciation in the workplace, but I have been studying this just for half an hour. I know a little bit more than I knew before. You work in workplaces, improving morale and happiness, I guess.
Correct, yes.
Right. I would love for you to give us an executive summary of this. What are these 5 languages of appreciation?
So I guess why this book came about was because there were the 5 love languages, and it was really successful, a great book for married couples, and so now they've taken it a step further and looked at the 5 languages of appreciation in the workplace, because so many people are unhappy in the workplace. And
why don't they just change jobs?
Come and work with SSW.
Yeah.
But we find that happy people are more productive,
right,
and 3 times more creative than unhappy people.
Okay.
And unhappy people, they just, reduce morale.
Oh, yeah.
They can be so toxic to a culture.
Yes. One bad apple is bad.
Absolutely. So having something like the 5 languages of appreciation is a fabulous book for managers and employees to understand how they work best.
Okay.
What kind of feedback do they need, and in what way?
Finding out the different language that they speak, the different way they want to be appreciated.
Exactly.
Okay, is that rule number 1 or?
So there are 5, and the first one is around words of affirmation.
Oh yes.
So if you want to thank someone, for example, you can write a handwritten thank you note, or you can, try not to email, because it actually uses a different part of your brain when you write, as opposed to using email. And it's so old school that it brings a nice personal touch to it.
Okay.
But some people might get that and go, you know what, that doesn't really appeal to me. I don't feel appreciated or grateful. Other people would like to have be praised in front of their team and other people. Some people would prefer to be praised, behind closed doors or things like that. So it's understanding how people want to be appreciated using words initially.
Okay, understood. What's the second one?
The second one is around quality time. So that is where, you're the boss of your company. You employ your employees, and if they were to do some fabulous work, you can say, you know what, you've done a great job, how about you and I sit down and have some quality one-on-one time.
Right.
Or give them a time with a mentor or someone they trust. So it's really having that quality time with your employees, and that helps build a rapport and a great relationship.
Okay, yes. I often go to people that I want to work with and do things, but yeah, as a boss, it is good to think you've got to divide that up. It makes good sense. What's number 3?
Number 3 is acts of service. So some people don't want a thank you note. They don't really want to spend time with their boss. I'm not going to say with you, Adam. Everyone wants to spend time with you. Acts of service are things around helping people. So if I do something that you're grateful for, how about you come and help me, after hours, fix something or other with my computer that was going wrong, or how about you pitch in and help on a project, or get someone else to pitch in. Just somehow make my life at work a little bit easier by helping me.
Right. And is it helping them in a work environment or helping them outside the work environment?
It depends on the culture and the relationship that you have with the employee. Start with the workplace, and then if you get to know your employees really well, why not send them a housekeeper or a cleaner or perhaps something like that to help them out if you know that they're trying to juggle kids and family and pick up times and things like that.
I never even thought of anything like that. Okay, number 4.
Number 4 is around tangible gifts. So these are things like, instead of giving a bonus, which essentially is just a piece of paper really, give someone, could be a plasma TV if they've earned it, or the real crux of this though is finding the right gift for the person. So Adam, I know you love taking selfies. If you didn't already have a selfie stick, I would give you a selfie stick because I know you.
Right.
It could also be, a shopping voucher for someone
Yes.
who, spends so much of their lunch hour at work that they don't get a chance to go out and do their shopping. So you can give them tangible gifts that way.
Okay.
But to the point of potential favoritism, just be mindful of transparency and say, guys, if you do a good job, you can get a gift or something like that, just so that you're not showing favoritism. Put it out there and celebrate it.
Right, okay. And number 5?
Number 5 is around physical touch. This is something that needs to be done very carefully and mindfully. Some people would prefer literally to have a pat on the back, but you need to be very mindful of who appreciates that and who won't.
Right.
So it comes down to understanding your employees and the way that they want to be appreciated.
Would that be similar to playing soccer with them at lunchtime or something?
Can be.
Yeah.
It can be, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, that's kind of time, giving them time.
That's time. They all sort of meld into
Yeah.
each other, and the great thing about this is that you can, pick and choose the bits and pieces. It's more just an initial thought process. How can I potentially show my employees how grateful I am for their work in a meaningful manner?
Right, okay. One of the things I've often thought about, because I interview, I employ developers, and I would say generally they're already motivated. Many of the guys I've worked with for more than 10 years, I think I've given them very small amounts of praise, and we've just done great projects together, and they're happy. I don't think that, because they're naturally motivated. The things that I notice sometimes are the demotivators, the things that I do that cause waves, the environment they're working in, sending them to a client that doesn't have air conditioning, making them do unnecessary amounts of fields and data entry and timesheets and stuff. Those are. Is there much of the demotivators as important as the motivators?
Absolutely. And the most important, or the one to be aware of in terms of the biggest demotivator, is the relationship between employee and boss. Some stats say that up to 75% of people don't leave their jobs, they leave their bosses. So it's really important to nurture that vertical relationship, and for you as a boss to use those 5 languages of appreciation so that you nurture that relationship with your employee.
Well, what can you do if you know that you've got a problem with the boss and you're not getting along?
Talk to them. It's got to be brought out into the open, but in an objective way. So I would plan for that meeting, and I would try and take it outside of the office. So go and have a coffee or something with your boss and say, look, I'd just like to talk to you about the way that I work and that we work together. I need your help to enable me to be as productive as I can be, because it will benefit both of us. So sit down, get it out on the table. And I did just get an email from someone that I helped over in London. She emailed me this morning and she said, I've had that discussion and I am so grateful that I've had that discussion because I feel so empowered. And I just got goosebumps.
Yeah, that's beautiful. In fact, Kylie, you made me think of something. Just before I came up to Queensland to the conference, one of the guys rang me on the Sunday and said, can I drive you to the airport, please? Can I come around, drive you to the airport? I need you to sign a couple of forms before you go, because you'll be gone for a week. I didn't think too much of it.
Yep.
And then when I got there, we stopped at Krispy Kreme. I didn't buy any. And he said, actually, the real reason, I could have got these forms later. I want to talk to you because I had a couple of issues. And so he kind of cornered me, got me there. And he might have been following your advice.
Might have had a chat to me beforehand. You never know, Adam.
Anyway, all right, so this is fantastic. More information, kyliehunt.com.
Absolutely, and I'm always here to help. I'm always reachable and would love to help any way I can.
Okay, thank you, Kylie. And with that, this is Adam Kogan signing off for SSW TV.